Hello everyone and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox 2 video, and today we're going to be doing an idea which I stumbled on when I was looking through my Discord server, so yeah, link in the description if you want to join that. But yeah, this is by one of you guys, this idea, so massive thank you to Mundfari the Gamer. I'm sorry if I scrapped the pronunciation there, but yeah, they said what happens if you replace Ganymede and Callisto with Uranus and Neptune. That's insane, and yeah, we are trying that out right now. So yeah, we're going to head straight to Jupiter over here. So yeah, we need to replace its two biggest moons with Uranus and Neptune. Sorry, so that is going to be that's going to be nuts. So I need to fix this Jupiter still actually, but right. So we just need to slow down time. We need to click play, so it should add all the orbits in like so. Yeah, a lot of orbits around Jupiter. So we've added those in. Right, so Ganymede and Callisto. So their question is, would it stay stable? My guess is probably no. But yeah, we'll find out anyway. So let's go ahead and do this. So we just have to wait for the menu to open. For some reason, it's always weird when you open it for the first time when recording. So yeah, there we go. Okay, so we'll just search up. We'll use the custom Uranus. Why not? So where are we? Need to work out which one it is. I think it's this one. So we're going to go ahead and place this on top of Ganymede. There we go. So we're going to use this one this time. So we're going to delete Ganymede. So we've got Uranus there, and then we have Callisto, which is going to be good old Neptune. So let's go ahead and spawn good old custom Neptune in. So here we go. Let's go ahead and spawn that right on top of Callisto. So there we go. Right, and now we need to auto-orbit Uranus and Neptune. So they would like to see if this would work. Now that's certainly looking pretty hectic. Remember, Jupiter, it is a pretty big guy. It has 318 Earths of mass. So that's one Jupiter. But if you compare it to Uranus, 14.5, and then Neptune has 17.1. So should be interesting. But yeah, without further ado, we are going to actually quickly save this, just in case we have any problems. So there we go. I just call it a UN for Uranus and Neptune. So right, there we go. Alright, so save that. Right, so now if anything goes wrong, we can go back to it. So without further ado, put it down to about 9 hours. Click play. Let's see how this works. So I'm guessing the other moons like Europa, yeah, we can already see. So Uranus, it's destroyed Europa. It's had a collision. Uranus has just completely pulled it in. And yeah, Europa has smashed into Uranus. So all of that water has been destroyed there, and it's just now part of Uranus. So the big moment is going to be when Uranus passes by Neptune. Will they affect each other, or is Jupiter's mass just too strong and they'll just stay in place? So we'll just have to speed up a little more. Obviously, it's going to upset all of these moons, because remember, Jupiter's moons are not even one Earth in size. So when you put about 30 masses of Earth around Jupiter in two different objects, that's definitely going to upset the stuff around here. And they also mentioned about putting Planet 9 in between Uranus and Neptune, so that's only if it stays stable or not, but my guess is it probably won't. But okay, there we go. So they're passing. Okay, so we can already see Uranus has attracted onto Neptune, but it's still traveling around Jupiter a far enough distance where it can escape again, so it's actually already upset Neptune's orbit there. So let's keep going. We can see Uranus and Neptune, their orbits are very wobbly, but remember, Neptune is the one with more mass at the end of the day, so Neptune should be a more dominant force than Uranus. So, okay, as you can see, they're still bouncing off each other, but it looks like that it's staying for the time being. I'm not sure how long this is going to last, so let's just keep going and see what happens. As we can see, Uranus's orbit has already been stretched out a bit due to the presence of Neptune. So there we go. Let's use trails. Actually, never mind, we'll keep it on orbit mode. So there we go. We can see Neptune got pulled a little closer. I mean, look how close this is. I mean, oh my god, that is, that's pretty crazy. So yeah, we've got Uranus there, we've got Neptune. They are very close. We can see they're all flying around. Imagine how cool it would look at with the moons of Jupiter, being able to see all of these objects in the sky. I mean, if we just go on Io, for example. Actually, we'll wait till it goes around into a good position. Oh, Uranus's orbit got really hurt by that, though. Wow. Look at that. So that close confrontation between Uranus and Neptune just there, it's made Uranus's orbit extremely close to Jupiter. Now that is very concerning, because if it gets too close to Jupiter, could see some Bruce limit rip Uranus apart with Jupiter's gravity. So that is going to be absolutely nuts. I mean, look how close. That's closer than the orbit of Io. That would cause absolute chaos. Wow. So yeah, right now it's completely behind. That is nuts. And then Neptune's further out, so there we go. Let's keep going though. So Jupiter can definitely hold both of Uranus and Neptune. It's just because the only reason it's messed up is because Uranus and Neptune were too close to each other. It looks like Io may get destroyed at some point or tossed out by Uranus being very, very close there. But we can see Neptune's orbit is so close to that Uranus outer area there. That is absolutely crazy stuff. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, now we've they're in sort of good positions now. So let's just land on the north of Io here. Okay, so now if you're on Io, obviously you'd normally see Jupiter and the other moons, but now Io is the only one left since Europa got destroyed. Ganymede and Callisto were replaced. So now instead of seeing Ganymede and Callisto, you see that in the sky. I mean, obviously not as big as good old Jupiter here, but that's still a lot bigger than what the other moons are. And also if we look around this way, we can see Neptune in the Callisto area out there. So yeah, two very other large bodies. Remember, these guys are a lot bigger than Earth, Uranus and Neptune. So yeah, pretty large objects indeed there to be tussling with in this Jupiter system. So right, let's keep going. Let's see what happens. So yeah, Io is definitely not going to be lasting forever. I mean, maybe at this point here, it's going to get, yeah, it's now on a collision course for Jupiter. Uranus has upset its orbit so much that Io is destined to be destroyed once it gets close. So let's keep this going. Click play. So this is the final moments of Io, and there you go, just straight in, just kabam, and it has been just absolutely shredded to pieces now, and it is now part of Jupiter. So yeah, there we go. But yeah, we just have to wait for that right time of when Uranus and Neptune get close together. It looks like Neptune is trying to set up a binary orbit with Jupiter now. I mean, what's going on here? That's not right. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Wow. So it looks like, actually, if things keep going like this, we can see like every time Uranus passes by Jupiter at its closest point, it makes all the moons wobble. I mean, look at that. Oh, what happened there? Whoa, what happened there? Did we have a collision? Where's Jupiter gone? Jupiter? So Uranus is still in here. Where did Jupiter? Where's Jupiter? What happened there? I am lost for what? Uranus, it didn't have a collision with Jupiter. What happened? Where did Jupiter just vanish from existence? What is this? Oh, that's sort of ruined our experiment. And now they're all just orbiting the sun. Okay. Well, that's a very strange set of events, but I don't think Jupiter can just randomly disappear like that. So yeah, now they're all just part of yeah, if Jupiter didn't exist, all of its moons would just become asteroids. But yeah, all of the asteroid moons anyway. The other ones may become planets. Who knows? But obviously they don't exist anymore since all of the 4 Galilean moons have been destroyed. But I don't know why that's happened. So luckily we have that save file, so we can go back. That's a pretty interesting random occurrence that happened there. It's always quite funny when those things happen. So right, there we go. So let's just search the UN. There we go. On my simulations. Come on, so you're gonna search it? Come on, search. No. Okay, well, I guess we're manually finding it then. So where are we? So let's go all the way down. There we go. So let's just go ahead and open it. Alright, and then we'll try that again. That's very strange why it did that. I've never seen Jupiter just randomly disappear. We can already see Europa is already... Yeah, Europa's gone, so the same set of events. Actually, since we know that's going to happen every time, let's get a good look at Europa against Uranus, because I'm pretty sure we're going to see some... maybe some particles going on. I don't know why Europa's all frozen up now, or got water on it, sorry. That's very weird why it does that. I mean, it's so strange. So there we go. But as we can see, the big Uranus there. Obviously, Europa's not got a chance against that. It's just getting pulled away from Jupiter, and it's going to get pulled straight in. There we go. So it's on the approach to Uranus. Goodbye, Jupiter, over there, wherever it is now. But yeah, we're getting very close to the planet of Uranus now. In theory, it's a moon since it's not an orbit of the sun now. But yeah, there we go. So yeah, very, very big indeed compared to poor old Europa here. I mean, that's quite a size difference there. There's Jupiter. Okay, so let's get this nicely in slow motion for us to watch. It's always nice to see some slow motion collisions. But yeah, there we go. So it's getting very close to the Uranian atmosphere now. So let's a little quicker. There we go. And that is about to go in. We can see it's about to go into the bland Uranus. So here we go. And there you go. So it's going in. Is it going to create any particles or anything like that? But yeah, there we go. So we've got a nice collision there, all in slow motion. So we can see Europa's losing its mass, and it's not going to last too much longer. There we go. And it's pretty much going to be completely engulfed by Uranus there. So yeah, pretty big explosion though, right there. But there we go. And that is it, gone. So Europa is turned into dust and absolutely nothing. So it's all part of Uranus now. So yeah, there we go. And that's pretty much it for Europa there. So a big explosion on Uranus. Tons of... There's the particles. There you go. So they're all smashing back into Uranus as well. So that's already been destroyed. Right, so let's see if we get similar results this time with Uranus and Neptune sort of creating that weird sort of 2 orbits that they had. So Neptune got tossed out further, and then Uranus had that weird where area where it started going inwards. So there's Neptune there. So we can already see Neptune's orbit starting to get stretched further and further out. So let's keep this up and let's see how we're going. Like, I won't run it too fast though, because maybe that's why Jupiter disappeared. I don't know why. It's one of those random glitches. Never going to find the solution to, I guess. But let's keep it rolling. So here we go. So we can see they're bouncing off each other there. We can see Uranus has already got a closer sort of orbit to Jupiter from that as well. So I'm guessing we are going to get the similar set of results with poor old Io against Jupiter this time again. So I'm pretty sure Uranus will upset Io, and then Io is going to plummet into Jupiter. It looks like it actually had a collision with Uranus this time around. So yeah, there we go. So that's pretty crazy stuff there. So yeah, now Uranus is just going to keep doing that, wobbling all the moons around. Pretty crazy stuff indeed. Let's stick to Jupiter. It looks like there's only one, although there's a few more moons still not with Jupiter there. But let's keep it rolling. So yeah, there we go. And then we just have to wait till Uranus and Neptune meet up again, because obviously Neptune's taking a lot longer to go around going around Jupiter now. So let's keep this up. So here we go. So Neptune's on this approach again. So we just have to hope that Uranus is in the right place at the right time for this. So yeah, now let's keep it up. Little faster. Okay, so you can see they just had a little interaction there. But Uranus is coming around again. Is it going to latch onto Neptune? It did sort of there. You can see there. So yeah, there we go. Okay, so we'll have to wait for it to come around again. So yeah, we go. Don't want to go too quickly though. But come on, Neptune. A little faster, buddy. Come on. There we go. So it's coming inwards. Okay, so here we go. Slow it down a bit. Time to a couple of days. Okay, so here we go. So it looks like Uranus is going to come around at the exact correct time. Okay, okay, so now it swung around Jupiter at high speed, it got too close to Neptune, and now they're in a little binary orbit. So the question is, will they escape the Jupiter system entirely, or will they get pulled back in by the dominant Jupiter? So they swap positions. So Uranus and Neptune, they were in a binary, they swap round, and now Neptune is the inner object, and Uranus is the outer object. So they swap roles. That is very interesting. So now the object that was Callisto is now Neptune. Or is now in the Europa, or not Europa, now in the Ganymede sort of area. So they swap around. That's pretty interesting what they've done. So will we get a similar scenario again, where Neptune gets too close to Uranus, and then they're going to swap round again? Maybe not. Who knows? I mean, maybe we'll get a collision out of them. That's what I'd hope to see. Because collisions are always fun. But yeah, there we go. So we have to wait till they get in the correct area again. But it's pretty crazy how that unfolded there with them getting close. But we can see Jupiter can easily hold Uranus and Neptune, no problem with that. 318 Earths of mass. It's no problem for Jupiter to hang on to these two gas giants. So, yeah, there we are. Right, so go a little quicker. I don't want to go too fast, but yeah, there we can see. So they're in a binary again. So let's just slow it down so we can actually watch everything go down. So we can see they are very close there. I mean, that is extremely close. So they're in a binary, but they keep on swinging around each other. But Jupiter just keeps pulling them back in. So it pulls one of them away, and then the other one starts orbiting it as well. The way gravity works, it's just absolutely fascinating how all this works, isn't it? I mean, wow. How close they were, but they didn't collide or anything, because they just were not in the right place at the right time. It's usually the way most things go down in this is they got to be in the right place at the right time. So, right, there we go. Right, so let's keep it going. So I think Uranus... So yeah, now Uranus is now closer again, and Neptune's further out. They just keep swapping positions. Wow, that is very weird. Okay, here we go. So Uranus getting to get close to Neptune. I reckon they'll go activate a binary orbit again. Yes. Oh, that was ridiculously close. If you saw that, reverse the video if you want to see that again. But they were so close there. But yeah, there we go. And now they just keep swapping positions. Is this gonna go on forever, or will they eventually have a collision? Because they got to eventually, surely. So yeah, we could try and force a collision as well by doing a little bit of god magic. But I want to try a little bit more. Maybe we'll get it, maybe we won't. You can see their orbits are now becoming more oval shaped again as well, or more circular shape, sorry. So yeah, from the oval. But you can see it's just Jupiter's hanging on to no problem. And it looks like, wow, okay. So it looks like Neptune and Uranus are far enough apart now that they're just going to orbit Jupiter fairly normally. I mean, you can see there's a little bit of interaction going on, but if their orbits stay relatively circular and they're far enough apart, maybe they'll just stay in orbit of Jupiter forever, like this. I mean, it looks like Jupiter has no problem hanging on to them. It's just them bouncing off of each other, which is the problem. But it looks like, for the time being, I mean, it may not be a permanently stable orbit, but it means it is hanging on for quite a while there. I mean, you can see Uranus, Neptune, they're doing quite a good job of hanging together. I reckon, though, if we did put a Planet 9 in like they asked for, I reckon it wouldn't work. I think the third gas giant would mess it up. But with Uranus and Neptune, though, it seems to work quite well. Honestly, I mean, look at that. Wow. So yeah, Jupiter. If you replaced Ganymede and Callisto with Uranus and Neptune, it probably would mess up some of the other moons. But the two planets, they'd actually stay around Jupiter with not too many problems once they've sorted themselves out after having very close encounters. I mean, we can see here they did have some close encounters to begin with, and now they're just on this endless cycle of they have a little bit of interaction off of each other when they pass, but Jupiter's dominance is still too much for them to handle, and yeah, Jupiter is still the king, and I don't think that's going to be challenged. Even if those two collided, there'd still nowhere be powerful enough to take on Jupiter there, but yeah, I think we will end off there, guys, because, yeah, I reckon even if we did try to force them together, I reckon they'd just keep doing the same. So if we put Uranus, say, here, so in a close point to Neptune, so let's go a little further back, so there, but yeah, it would just get the same thing of when they went past each other anyway. They sort of orbit each other for a very brief moment. Oh, no, it looks like we got a different result, so maybe it did break then, actually. Okay, we'll keep going then, okay. So it looks like that stable sort of orbit finally broke apart with Neptune having enough effect on Uranus. So now we can see Uranus is very dangerously close. I mean, surely Jupiter's Rouge limit would be able to start ripping it apart. It's upset those other moons. One just smashed into Jupiter there. So Uranus, I mean, that is very dangerously close to Jupiter, my man. Wow. I mean, damn, that is... Surely Jupiter could start ripping it apart at that distance in reality, surely. I mean, that is very, very close. I mean, that is pretty ridiculous. But Neptune's orbit as well. If Neptune has the wrong interaction with Uranus and Uranus's orbit changes again, it could plummet straight into Jupiter. Now, that'd be something I'd like to see, because then Neptune would be the survivor and it would just orbit Jupiter no problem. So we just have to wait until Uranus and Neptune get in that opportune position to have another interaction. We've seen Neptune trying to activate a binary with Jupiter again. Look, that's what happened before. So we have to keep an eye on Jupiter. But yeah, look at Uranus. I mean, that's ridiculously close. Wow, that is dangerously close. So come on, Neptune, come around again, man. Come on, we want to see this. We want to see this fight go down between Uranus and Neptune. Come on. Because we know Neptune probably would win as well, since it does have more mass. So we just have to wait and see. I mean, Uranus is already in a very, very dangerous spot, so we just have to wait till Neptune comes around. But because of this binary, it keeps trying to activate with Jupiter. It keeps on undoing all of the work of trying to get back. But it's slowly but surely going to try and get round. If I run it any faster, I think something bad will happen. So we have to keep it running at this sort of speed. Or will it just stay stuck like that? That's the question. I mean, you can see every time Uranus goes around, it upsets all of the orbits. And it looks like it's resetting like the Neptune and Jupiter binary. I mean, Neptune is moving, isn't it? It's travelling at 12 kilometers a second there. But so is Jupiter, sort of like travelling away from each other. I mean, we'll go a little quicker. I will do... Actually, let's save it as like a checkpoint. So, there we go. So in case anything goes wrong, there we go. So we got it saved. So there we go. Replace. Come on, you're gonna let us go? There you go. Right, so play. Okay, now we'll try a little quicker. Okay, there we go. Neptune's coming in now. Yes. Here we go. Okay, this is what we've been waiting for. What is going to happen here? So, okay, come on, Neptune. Oh, that's going to be so close. If Uranus gets the wrong side of the stick from this interaction, it is going to plummet into Jupiter. Surely. I mean, that is... Oh, God. That is very close. But it looks like they're going to miss. Uranus was in the wrong spot at the wrong time, and it was not in the opposite. It needed to be where it is now. It looks like it had a collision with something else as well, though. It looks like something's smashed into it. I doubt that's the collision with Europa there still. That must have cooled down by now. So, there we go. We can see Jupiter got plummeted by its closer moons as well. Some problems there. Unless this is Rouge limit, which is going on. Is it losing mass? I'm not sure. It looks like it's getting tidal heating, though, being that close. Okay, so now we have to wait till Neptune comes around again. Actually, what we will do, though, is since we know it will come around again, we're going to give it a little boost. And we're going to manually sort of pull it in the right spot at the right time here. So, there we go. Okay, so let's try this. So, here we go. So, Uranus comes around. It's close to Neptune, because it would eventually happen anyway. But what sort of interaction will go on here? Surely we'd see something, right? Come on. No? No? Really? Okay. Interesting. So, that is very interesting. Okay, so we'll just keep playing around with Neptune until it gets in the right spot at the right time. It looks like its orbit just got extended again. Look at it now. That wasn't me who changed the orbit. I was only changing where it was in its orbit. I didn't actually change the orbit. So we can see, yeah, the Uranus being close to Jupiter is just upsetting all of the other orbits, even with Neptune out there. Now Neptune's quite far out, it's going to be a pain for it to get back in just due to Uranus's presence. It doesn't seem like we're going to get a collision out of these two though, unfortunately. So yeah, I think we may have to conclude there. Like, if you did add Uranus and Neptune to replace Ganymede and Callisto, they wouldn't stay in the original orbits, but they would still orbit Jupiter by bouncing off of each other. But no object could escape Jupiter just because Jupiter is just too strong. It's got such a big gravitational pull on it. Even if Uranus and Neptune bounce off of each other, they're still Jupiter's gravity is still too strong, and it just holds them in place. But yeah, here we go. So it looks like we've got another Neptune. I'm hoping. No, where is it? Oh, Neptune's all the way out there. Damn, man. Wow. So let's just keep going. But yeah, that's our conclusion for the time being. We just need to wait till Neptune gets a little closer. But it looks like its orbit may cross with Uranus this time. So we'll I think we may have to try and force a collision. I really want to see a collision out of these two. But there you go. You can see they are very, very close there. So there we go. Slow it down. Yes, orbit. That may have... Is that killed it? Or is it going to come back? So it looks like it almost shot Neptune completely out of the Jupiter system. Yeah, there we go. Oh, my. Neptune may have broken away. It may have broken free. Is it going to hang on or is it going to go? It looks like it's getting further and further away. And the further it gets, the stronger the sun's pull gets. So is it gonna break away completely? Because that's without us forcing it. We can see loads of moons. Look at all the moons of Jupiter are being shot out of the Jupiter system as well. Wow. But it looks like Neptune has become a planet instead of a moon. I think Neptune's broken away. It has. Yeah, it's done it. And Uranus is still orbiting. Okay, so there you go. That is our conclusion then. That eventually, with a little bit of us playing with the where it is in its orbit, but eventually it happened anyway since we didn't change any orbit stats. We just changed where it was. But yeah, eventually one of the gas giants would break apart. So it wouldn't stay stable forever with being both gas giants orbiting in the positions of Ganymede and Callisto. Eventually they would have an interaction where one of them would either cause a collision. That would be one way. A collision definitely was possible. But the other scenario which we got was Neptune got completely thrown out of the system and completely, along with a bunch of Jupiter. I mean, look how many of Jupiter's moons are now disconnected from Jupiter just due to the Uranus and Neptune pushing them out with their mass gravity. I mean, yeah, there you go. So yeah, really interesting theory with what if Uranus and Neptune replace Ganymede and Callisto. Really, really cool idea. So again, a massive thank you to the guy who sent this idea in. So that is Mudafari the Gamer. So yeah, really sorry if I'm pronouncing your name then, but all credit for them for this idea. And yeah, really cool and interesting idea there. So yeah, very interesting we didn't have a collision, but like I said, it probably was a possibility. It could have happened. It's just the objects were not in the right places to cause that collision. But yeah, we got the result where Neptune gets completely tossed out of the system in general, out of Jupiter. So that's just an orbit of the sun. But yeah, there we go, guys. So that is everything for today's video. So hopefully you all enjoyed. And make sure if you did, hit that like button down below. Let's see if we can go for 30 likes on today's video, guys, because that would be awesome. A massive thank you all for everyone who will do that. And yeah, just a massive thank you for watching today's video, guys, and just a thank you in general for all of the support recently as well. Just absolutely amazing. I cannot thank you all enough for that. And also, guys, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Help us on the journey to 12,000 subscribers, as we are so close. We're literally like 50 away now, so yeah, we are so close to that. Let's see if we can try and get that maybe today or tomorrow. That'd be awesome. But yeah, that all out the way, guys. Also, if you've got any ideas as well, let me know down below in the comments or in the description. You can join my Discord server and you can let me know on there as well if you want to do it. Either way works. But I usually do see the Discord a lot more because the comments, there's so many comments now, it's really hard to keep track. So yeah, apologies if I don't respond to some of the comments. It's hard to keep up with it now. So yeah, real apologies there. But yeah, you can still post it in the comments if you want to. But yeah, my recommendation would be try and do it in Discord if you have it. But yeah, with that all out the way, guys, make sure you all have a great day. Yeah, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.